What's good? It's Life 360, and today we're going to be doing an astrological observation of the sky. We got the sun in Aquarius and the moon in Pisces, and the theme for this is going to be associating your unique dreams and imaginations. With the moon being in Pisces, we're going to be reacting and responding to mutable water, being changeable and adaptable to our own and others' ways of dealing with the emotions and feelings. And how that's going to be seen, how we're going to be expressing this energy, and how this energy is going to be visualized, is going to be filtered through the sun being in Aquarius. We're going to be wanting to associate these things. We're going to be wanting to communicate these things. We're going to be analyzing these things, and we're going to be sharing ideas about these things. With the moon being in Pisces and the sun being in Aquarius, this alignment is going to create a fatal attraction. So it's like two signs right beside each other. So this really isn't like it really doesn't play like a big effect on us as much, but it's like if you choose to participate with this energy if you choose to participate on the energy, and if you like a negative spirit or a positive spirit utilizing these chakras. So that's how this energy is gonna really like play out, if it's like negatively or positively. But these energies, they're kind of the same, but they got their own different attributes. When we're talking about Aquarius, where the sun is at, this is an air sign. So Aquarius doesn't really deal with the emotions and the feelings. Air signs usually deal with the intellect, the thought, how we think and how we communicate. So they really don't. It's more left brain. It's more left brain. Where the moon is at, Pisces, we're going to be responding to that energy on a more right brain perspective, on a more right brain level, because it deals with the emotions and feelings. So fire and water is more emotional and feeling. Air and earth is more left brain, logical and practical. So air and earth is more the upper hemisphere. Fire and water is more the lower hemisphere. So when we're looking at the sun, where the sun is at, our actions and how we're going to be seeing things in our viewpoints, it's going to be predicated towards how we think, how we communicate, how we structure our thoughts, and how we structure our ideas. Because it's still ruled by Saturn. And Saturn right now, the deposit of Saturn is in a place it's like to be. It's in Aquarius, so it's home right now. So with the sun conjuncting Saturn, and Saturn being home, we're going to be feeling comfortable with this energy. We're going to be feeling comfortable with our actions and our viewpoints, and how we going about reality, and how we gain structure in our lives. We're going to be feeling comfortable with this energy. But it creates a conjunction. So when we're dealing with conjunctions, this can be like, okay, you got the power in your hand, or this energy can destroy you if you're utilizing it wrong, if you were a spirit utilizing these chakras negatively. So we're going to be feeling kind of comfortable with going about reality right now, in the harsh reality that we got to go through to maintain ourselves every day. We're going to be feeling comfortable with that. Our actions and our viewpoints is going to be in agreement with how we see reality, and how we gain structure, and how we associate ourselves. Because this Aquarius energy wants us to gain structure through our associations, and how we associate ourselves, and how we conduct ourselves in the public arena. And with Saturn being in Aquarius, Saturn wants us to see, are these things helping us, or are these things harming us? And Saturn wants us to connect to like-minded individuals that we can share our uniqueness with, that we can share our individuality with, that we can share these new ideas with, and network and associate with. That's what Saturn wants us to do. Saturn wants us to kind of like connect more on this level, on this new agey level during this period of time, with it being in Aquarius. But with the moon being in Pisces, we got the moon in Pisces right now. And with the moon being in Pisces, what we're going to be feeling comfortable with, what we're going to be emotionally connected to, is going to be our dreams, our illusions, our creativity, our imaginations and fantasies, and our beliefs in our morality and our spirituality as well. Because when we're looking at Pisces, Pisces is ruled by Jupiter. So with Pisces being ruled by Jupiter and co-ruled by Neptune, co-rule is just going to add extra emphasis. But since it's ruled by Jupiter, what's Jupiter? Jupiter is the water cycle, the planet of meanings, reasonings, broad philosophical points of views about the world, spirituality, and God. How we expand within the mind, how we educate ourselves, how we learn, how we gain morality, how we develop morality. So we're going to be dealing with the feminine side of Jupiter. Pisces, Sagittarius is the masculine side of Jupiter. So a Sagittarius is going to be more masculine when we're going about this Jupiter energy. Pisces is going to be more feminine going about this Jupiter energy. So we're going to be more receiving. We're going to be wanting more receive more of what we're learning. We're going to be wanting to receive more of morality. We're going to be wanting to receive more of this Jupiter energy I just broke down, because we're going to be responding and connecting to it on the feminine side. So, and we're also going to have this the moon conjunct Neptune. So with the moon conjunct Neptune, this is going to be, we're all going to be lost inside like this delusion or this imagination or this fantasy that we got. So be careful. Make sure that you're on the positive side, the positive spectrum of Neptune, and make sure that you're doing this make sure that you're trying to like connect to things that you're creatively into your imaginations, and not the delusion and illusion part that Neptune can absorb us in. So make sure that you on the positive side utilizing this energy, and you'll be on your way, because you'll be doing things for your creativity and for your imaginations and for your dreams, and not for like no delusion or no illusions, and then just put you in a delusion for granted, and you just be playing out this escapism energy, and you be wondering why things not manifesting and why your imaginations and your goals and dreams are not manifesting. So make sure that you're not being in escapism during this period of time as well, because we're dealing with some Jupiterian energy, and Jupiterian energy can put all of us into some escapism energy. So we just want to escape our responsibilities, escape our routines, escape what we use to materialize and what we're trying to structure and what we're trying to build. So be careful with this as well. But we're all going to be inside this illusion or this delusion with the moon conjunct in Neptune. And we also got the moon squaring out, not squaring, we got the moon sextile in Pluto. And with the moon sextile in Pluto, this is going to put our emotional state into it. We're going to be going through an emotional transformation during this period of time. But this is also going to create an opportunity for us to build a status, around the dreams, the illusions, the delusions, creativity that we're trying to manifest and bring it to reality and make more sense out of these things. So it creates an opportunity for that. So make sure that you're trying to build a status around the things that you're trying to manifest, that can become your dreams, your imaginations, and your creativity, and not so much of the delusion and illusion part that Pisces can absorb you in, and that Pisces can bring. So they're gonna have this opportunity for that. And we also got the moon sextile in Uranus. So at the moon sextile in Uranus, we're gonna be feeling change, like this dream, this illusion, this imaginations and fantasies that we're trying to conduct. It's gonna create an opportunity for us. We're gonna be feeling change within this area of life. We're gonna be feeling like, okay, we need to switch this up. Do we need to switch this up, or do we need to maintain this creativity that we got, or do we just need to switch it up and go create a whole new way to go about this energy? So our uniqueness and our individuality and our originality can be displayed in an area how it needs to be displayed. So that's what this energy is going to create, an opportunity for us to like really like see and structure it. If we really need to be if this is something that we really need to be doing, or do it something or is this a dream that can really be that we can maintain, or is this a dream that we need to change, rebel, and oppose against, and come up with a whole new unique way of expressing our dreams, imaginations, creativity, and fantasies, so it can make more sense and be more secure, so it can really make more sense. And we also got the moon squaring off with Mars. And with the moon squaring off with Mars, this is gonna create minor frustrations with the things that we are emotionally connected to, and our passions, our motivations, our desires, and our goals. So this is gonna be like a little minor frustration between these two energies, because the things that we are connected to is gonna be our dreams, imaginations, fantasies, delusions, and illusions. But we're gonna be feeling kind of like squared up. We got to learn how to gain comfortability. We're going to learn how to gain comfortability when it comes to applying this with our passions, motivations, desires, willpower, intent, and the things that we're trying to communicate in our environment, and how we convey and share ideas with the people that we're networking with. We're going to have to learn how to gain emotional comfortability within this area, so these two energies can kind of blend in a more harmonious way and not be so resistant towards each other, because that's what squares create. Squares create resistance. So it's a good time to be more observant, not try to be so initiative. Go more with the flow. If you go more with the flow and be more observant, you'll see the things that need to be adjusted and the things that need to be changed, so these two energies can blend and become more sufficient for us to use when it comes to our dreams, imaginations, fantasies, and our passions, our motivations, and desires. Because when we're looking at our passions, motivations, and our desires, it's being filtered through Gemini, air sign, mutable air, being mutable to our own and other ways of thinking and communicating, via our what's familiar, our friends, our environment, our surroundings, networking, intellect, communicating. So this is how we're going to be. This is how we're going to be going about our passions during this period of time, through communication, through networking, through what we're surrounded by, utilizing things that's familiar to us. That's how we're going to be going about our passions. We're going to be analyzing these things and see if these things can align with the thing. See if these things can align with our goals and our motives. And we also got the moon sextiling the north node. So with this sextile, this is going to create an opportunity for us to gain emotional comfortability within our spiritual path. And our spiritual path is going to be coming through the filtering system of fixated Earth, Taurus, fixated on our own way of thinking and being practical, via our spirituality. But this is going to be kind of negative in a way, because when we're looking at spirituality during this period of time, with it being a Taurus, this can create like us being more materialistic than actually spiritual. Us basing spirituality off of the things that we have accumulated and the things that we maintain and the things that we got to offer to the world and the things that we like, our gifts and our talents, and like material things, maternal things. So that's how we're going to be that's how we're going to be viewing spirituality during this period of time, with it being in Taurus. But it's also going to create an opportunity for us to connect, to us to gain emotional comfortability with these unfamiliar circumstances and these unfamiliar people, places, and things. Well, I ain't gonna say people, places, and things, because when we're looking at our spiritual path is always gonna put us through some energies that we're gonna have to gain emotional comfortability, that we're gonna have to learn how to gain that comfortability and their vulnerability with, because it's always going to be something uncomfortable that we're not used to because it's new. This is going to be like an energy that we're trying to obtain. So we're going to be trying to obtain this energy. We're going to be trying to obtain this fixated Earth energy, fixated on our own way of thinking and being practical, via our stability, our security, our safety, our shelter, our support, and our structure. So this is something we're going to be trying to obtain, and we're going to have this opportunity to feel more comfortable going about this energy in a more spiritual way. So yeah, and we also got Chiron is still in Aries, and Jupiter is still on that cusp between Aries and Pisces. So when we're looking at our experiences during this period of time, with Jupiter being on the cusp between Aries and Pisces, so we're still going to be playing out these Piscean energies and the Aries energies. We have to learn how to blend these two energies together, so we'll be more sufficient when we're going about our experiences. So we won't be so much into la la land and stuck between polar shifts going about our experiences. So with this energy, it's going to make us passionate about our dreams, our illusions, our creativities, and our motives. And these are going to be the things that we're going to be wanting to place meanings and reasons on. These are going to be the things that we're going to want to learn more. These are going to be the things that we're going to want to like experience. We're going to be wanting to experience our passions, motivations, and desires, and our dreams, illusions, creativity. So, and this is the area of life, and these are going to be the things that we're going to be wanting to expand on. And we also got Chiron in Aries. So we're going to be experiencing mistakes when it comes to our passions, motivations, and our desires. And if we go too much into an extreme with these things, that's why we're going to be experiencing a mistake. If we try to create and initiate a new way how to see and feel about these things in our own individual way, that's why we're going to create a mistake. So be careful with this energy. And we also got the moon sextiling Mercury. And with the moon sextiling Mercury right now, this is going to create an opportunity for us to think and communicate and come up and convey ideas about our dreams, our illusions, and our creativity in a more practical way. So we're going to be thinking and communicating and structuring our dreams, our illusions, our creativity in a more practical way. We're going to have better ways of conveying these things. We're going to have better ways of communicating these things, so they can become more, so they can be communicated like they're more practical, like it makes sense, because it makes sense in our mind. So we're going to have the right words to say, the right intellect to express surrounding our dreams, our illusions, and our creativity, so that'll make more sense during this period of time with this opportunity playing out. But yeah, it's been Aquarius 360. Hope y'all enjoyed this video. Peace.